It happened in front of the entire boardroom. Billionaire businesswoman Amelia Ross, known for her power and perfection, suddenly clutched her chest and collapsed. Within minutes, paramedics rushed her to one of the most advanced hospitals in the city. For days, 55 of the world's top doctors tried everything: surgeries, new treatments, even experimental medicine. But nothing worked. Amelia lay unconscious, her pulse weak, her body shutting down. The media called it the mystery collapse of Amelia Ross. Meanwhile, across town, Ethan Miller, a humble single dad and mechanic, was struggling to afford his daughter Lily's school fees. One night, while fixing his old truck near the hospital, he saw a nurse crying outside. "It's Ms. Ross," she whispered. "No doctor can save her." Ethan didn't know why, but something inside him told him to go in. "Can I see her?" he asked. The nurse hesitated, then nodded. When Ethan entered the cold, silent ICU room, he saw a woman who looked powerful even in weakness. He gently held her hand and whispered, "You fought so hard. Maybe you just need to remember why you're living." Tears rolled down Amelia's cheeks. The monitors beeped, a steady rhythm returned. Doctors rushed in, stunned. Nobody could explain it, but that moment changed everything. The doctors couldn't believe what they were seeing. Moments ago, Amelia Ross had been clinically unresponsive. Now her heartbeat was steady, her breathing normalizing, all while an ordinary man held her hand. "Who are you?" one of the doctors asked, bewildered. Ethan hesitated. "No one special. Just someone who believes people need more than medicine." He was about to leave when a faint voice stopped him. "Don't go," Amelia whispered, her eyelids fluttering open for the first time in weeks. Gasps filled the room. The billionaire who had been declared beyond saving was awake. Over the next few days, Amelia recovered quickly. She learned that Ethan, a single father, visited the hospital daily, not for her, but to fix the hospital's old generator for free. "I couldn't afford to pay for Lily's treatment here," he said one day. "So, I help how I can." Amelia listened in silence. This man, with no riches, no influence, had given more than any of her board members ever had: compassion. One evening, as Ethan told a story to his daughter in the hospital garden, Amelia joined them quietly. Watching them laugh under the dim lights, she felt something unfamiliar: peace. Later, she asked her chief doctor, "How did he heal me?" The doctor smiled. "Sometimes, it's not about what's in our hands, Ms. Ross. It's about what's in our hearts." That night, Amelia couldn't sleep. She replayed Ethan's words in her mind: people need more than medicine. For the first time in years, she realized, she had all the money in the world, but she'd forgotten how to live. A week after her miraculous recovery, Amelia Ross was discharged from the hospital. Cameras flashed as reporters surrounded her, asking how it felt to survive when 55 doctors had failed. She smiled softly and said, "Because one man reminded me what it means to be human." No one understood what she meant, but Amelia did. She went straight to her glass tower office the next day. Everything looked the same: the marble floors, the rushing assistants, the endless meetings, yet she felt different. The world that once made her proud now felt hollow. Meanwhile, Ethan returned to his small garage, patching tires and fixing broken engines to make ends meet. He had no idea the billionaire he'd comforted was back on her feet, or that she couldn't stop thinking about him. That evening, Amelia visited his garage, stepping out of a sleek black car into the scent of oil and dust. Ethan froze, wiping his hands on a rag. "Ms. Ross? What are you doing here?" "I came to thank you," she said simply. "And to ask for your help again." He frowned, confused. "Help? With what?" She looked around at his worn tools, his tired eyes, his daughter reading in the corner. "You helped me heal my heart. Now I want to help you rebuild your life." Amelia offered him an envelope, a job contract to head the maintenance division in her company, with full benefits for Lily's education. Ethan was speechless. "I didn't do it for money," he finally said. "I know," she replied. "That's why you deserve it." For the first time, the billionaire and the mechanic smiled at each other, equals, bound not by power, but by kindness. Weeks turned into months, and Ethan's life changed completely. He now worked at Amelia's company, managing a team with honesty and humility that inspired everyone. His daughter Lily often visited the office, becoming the little ray of sunshine the corporate floors had never seen. Amelia found herself drawn to their warmth. For years, her world had revolved around profits and power. Now, she lingered in the company cafeteria just to share lunch with them. But one evening, as they were leaving work, Amelia suddenly froze by the elevator. Her breathing grew uneven, and fear flashed in her eyes. Ethan rushed forward. "Amelia. Are you okay?" She shook her head, whispering, "It's not my heart, it's my mind." They sat in her office, and tears she'd buried for years finally surfaced. "When my parents died in a car crash, I threw myself into work," she confessed. "I thought if I built enough, earned enough, I could forget the pain. But all I did was lose myself." Ethan listened silently, then said, "Pain doesn't disappear when we bury it. It heals when we share it." That night, something changed between them. Amelia realized her illness had never been just physical, it was loneliness, disguised as success. And somehow, Ethan's presence had reminded her of what it felt like to be seen, to be cared for, to be human. As she watched him walk out into the rain with Lily on his shoulders, Amelia smiled through her tears. For the first time, her heart didn't hurt, it felt alive. A year passed, and Amelia Ross was no longer the same woman the world once feared. The billionaire who used to command silence in boardrooms now started every meeting with a smile, and ended them early to spend time with real people. Her transformation didn't go unnoticed. Media outlets called it the miracle change. But only Ethan knew the truth, she had simply learned to feel again. One morning, Amelia invited Ethan and Lily to a grand event at her company headquarters. The hall was filled with hundreds of employees and flashing cameras. On stage, Amelia took the microphone and said, "Last year, I was dying, not just in body, but in spirit. 55 doctors couldn't save me, but one kind man did. Not with medicine, but with kindness." She turned toward Ethan, her eyes shining. "Today, I'm announcing a foundation, the Miller Hearts Project, dedicated to helping single parents and children in need. And the first director of this foundation is Ethan Miller." The audience erupted in applause. Ethan stood frozen, overwhelmed. Lily hugged his leg tightly, whispering, "Daddy, you're a hero." Later, as the crowd dispersed, Amelia walked up to him. "You once told me people need more than medicine," she said softly. "You were right. They need hope. And you gave that to me." Ethan smiled. "And you gave it back to the world." They stood together by the window, sunlight pouring in, the billionaire and the mechanic, two souls who had healed each other in the most unexpected way. Because sometimes, miracles don't come from science. They come from kindness.